reported in the empty New Diamond crude oil tanker. Marine Environment Protection Authority says the ship is losing its balance. Former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe appears before the Presidential Commission of Inquiry investigating political victimization. Joe Biden speaks with Jacob Blake on Wisconsin visit. Hello there, very good afternoon. You're watching Lunchtime News on TV1. Those for the headlines, now news in detail. The draft 20th Amendment to the Constitution was published through a gazette yesterday. Following other views expressed in the political sphere in regards to the 19th and 20th Amendment to the Constitution. Just because the 20th Amendment to the Constitution was brought in, it will not do any good for the country. This has been created based on the whims and fancies of the politicians. Their main intention is to take over the power of the judiciary, the police, and allow people like Basil Rajapaksa to enter parliament. There is a possibility of suppressing the media based on the constitution. As a result, we will oppose it. This was the same issue when the 19th Amendment to the Constitution was brought forward. Our leaders did not carry out their responsibilities properly. It will be the same situation with this government as well. However, the 19th Amendment was not detrimental to the country. Our leaders did not have the backbone to implement what was included in it. That was the issue. What is the benefit for the people of an independent election commission that cannot hold elections that are long due? It is the same with the police commission. Former President Maithripala Sirisena dissolves the parliament, invites Ranil Wickremesinghe to the parliament. We observed everything. These two people were fighting despite being in power. 19th Amendment to the Constitution is what paved the way for this. We will work towards bringing a new constitution in the future. What is the rush now? Powers vested with the president was moved to parliament. The prime minister was vested with certain powers. Now who is the prime minister? Who is the president? He is Gotabaya Rajapaksa. They are siblings. Do they have issues between them? Can't they talk within themselves to sort these problems out? They can. There is no rush in bringing the 20th Amendment to the Constitution. It is clear why this is being rushed. Onto a developing story, the Marine Environment Protection Authority says an oil spill has not been reported in the empty New Diamond crude oil tanker. Its General Manager, Dr. Tony Pradeep Kumar, said a joint inspection is currently underway together with Sri Lanka Navy and Sri Lanka Air Force.
Dr. Tony Pradeep Kumar said with the fire, 2 blasts were reported in the empty New Diamond crude oil tanker. The Navy said reports suggest an individual who worked in the boiler room of the empty New Diamond crude oil tanker had died. As of now, 22 crew members who served on board the crude oil tanker have been rescued. One member is receiving treatment at the Kalmunai hospital. Captain Indika De Silva said the remaining crew members have joined the efforts to douse the fire aboard the vessel. The efforts are underway jointly by the Navy, the Air Force, the Ports Authority, with the assistance of the Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard. 3 vessels belonging to the Navy, 2 ships from the Indian Navy and 2 ships that were docked at the Hambantota port have joined the efforts. Captain Indika De Silva further said the Sri Lanka Air Force has deployed its Beechcraft aircraft to monitor the situation aboard the distressed tanker. He further said that an Mi-17 helicopter belonging to the Air Force was also deployed to assist the operation. The New Diamond oil tanker sailing under the flag of Panama caught fire in the eastern seas of Sri Lanka yesterday. The vessel had been transporting 270,000 metric tons of crude oil. The vessel had been transporting 270,000 metric tons of crude oil and 1,700 metric tons of diesel from Kuwait's Minal Al Almadi port to the Pradeep port in India.
Former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe arrived at the Presidential Commission of Inquiry appointed to probe incidents of political victimization. This was following a notice issued by the Commission.
Several former UMP ministers, including Ranil Wickremesinghe, were recently issued notices to appear at the commission with regard to a complaint lodged by Dr. Nihal Jayathilaka, who was a former secretary to the Ministry of Economic Development. Dr. Nihal Jayathilaka lodged a complaint with the commission that his arrest and being placed in remand custody over the process of providing compensation and gratuity to the employees who resigned voluntarily during the transformation of the Divinagama into a department was conducted under political pressure. Mangala Samarweera, Rauf Hakim, Patili Champika Ranavaka, Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca, Malik Samaravikrama, leader of the Tamil National Alliance R. Sambandhan, M.S. Sumandiran and Anur Kumara Dissanayaka have also been named as respondents to the complaint apart from Ranil Wickremesinghe.
In more local news, former Minister Rauf Hakim appeared before the police unit of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry probing the April 21st attacks today.
Secretary to the Commission stated that a statement would be recorded regarding the evidence given by various parties at the Commission. Meanwhile, former Director of State Intelligence, DIG Nilantha Jayawardena is scheduled to appear before the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into the April 21st attacks on the 14th. He has been summoned before the Commission for cross-examination.
Premalal Jayasekara has filed a writ application with Court of Appeal seeking permission to attend parliamentary sittings. Recently, Attorney General Dappuladi Oliveira said Jayasekara, who was elected to Parliament and currently is on death row, was unsuitable to be seated in Parliament or cast his vote. Premalal Jayasekara remains in custody pending the determination of the appeal. Moving along, an awareness program for local industrialists was held at the Ministry of Industries yesterday morning.
Minister of Industries Vimal Weeravansha and State Minister Dayasri Jayasekara participated in this occasion. We believe that this program will strengthen the exports compared to imports, and it will increase the quality and the quantity of it as well. I believe that through this, exporters in Sri Lanka will not only get a fair price for their products, but also will be able to grasp the opportunities created through fair trade policies. As the government, through this we are hoping to increase the quality of the products of the local clothing manufacturers to that of an international manufacturer's products. We can clearly see that not only the local textile industry but the rest of the local industries are also motivated. We must motivate not only the local textile industry but all of the industries to export their products.
It's some tragic news here at home. A 3-year-old toddler has died after falling into an unprotected well in Deniaya.
GV Senindu Netmika. Senindu has visited his grandmother's place in Palagama Deniaya with his mother. The child, who was playing with his mother last evening, had fallen into an unprotected well situated close to the house. The mother had only realized that the child has gone missing when he was not seen near the house. When it was found out that the child had fallen into a well, he was immediately taken out of the well and was admitted to the Deniaya base hospital. However, according to police, the child had already passed away.
The gum at the door-to-door teams toured several areas in search of burning issues today as well. The Gum at the Door-to-Door program is currently underway, covering all the districts in the island together with University of Peradeniya. The teams recorded details of the issues faced by the people to compile the Gum at the report for 2020. Teams touring Mullaitivu, Polonnaruwa and Ratnapura met with people today. Susirigama is a village situated along the Valikanda road when travelling from Polonnaruwa. More than 30 families take shelter in this village. The villagers charge that their money is spent on purchasing drinking water.
Now, during the third day of our Gum at the Door-to-Door initiative here in Polonnaruwa, we came to Susirigama. Now, the people here, as you can see, they don't have good housing. They also complain that they do not have a proper water source for them to acquire their daily drinking needs, and they also add that they are constantly in threat of wild elephant attacks in this area. Of course, we will keep traveling throughout the Polonnaruwa district to try and talk to the people and try and get their problems for them so that we can show you the problems that these people here in this district go through that hinder their day-to-day activities.
Another Gamma team started their journey in Ratnapura following religious observances. Our team, which toured Puhulyaya in Ratnapura, met with several people diagnosed with chronic kidney diseases due to the lack of access to clean drinking water. The road the villagers use in the area is also in a dilapidated condition. Another Gamma team is touring the Mullaitivu district. They met with the people from Manikapuram, Vishwamadu West, Theravil and Irattamadu villages. From that, we bring to a close this edition of Lunchtime News on TV1. For details of these stories and much more, simply log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Martin Satyanesan, along with producer Senika Sena Nayaka. You have yourself a wonderful day.